A bag of coffee candy shouldn't make national news. But on July 13, hours after a passing comment in a routine press interview, that's exactly what happened, and the speed of it is what caught our attention. This is Rabbit News Hallyu, and we don't just tell you what went viral. We tell you why. Here's what actually happened. Actress Lan Xia sat down with Elephant News to talk about the production of Đêm Dài, a shoot that, by her account, blurred day into night for the entire cast and crew. Long hours. Exhaustion setting in. And in the middle of that, she mentioned something small. Her co-star Xiao Zhan, who plays male lead Qi Xia, kept a stash of coffee candy on hand. When people started fading, he'd hand it out. That's the whole anecdote. No confrontation, no confession, no secret. Actors bring snacks to set constantly. This kind of detail usually lives and dies inside fan forums, maybe gets clipped into a compilation video, and that's the end of it. It didn't stay there. Within hours, the hashtag tied to the story was trending. That part isn't unusual. Fandoms move fast. What's unusual is what came next. Beijing Daily picked it up and folded it into broader coverage of Xiao Zhan's charitable activities. Tianjin TV ran with it too, tying the candy sharing to his reputation as unpretentious and food-loving. State-adjacent outlets don't typically chase candy stories. So the question worth asking isn't "is this true?" The sourcing here is solid, on the record, multiple witnesses. The question is, why did this particular detail get elevated so far past where these stories usually stop? To understand that, it helps to look at the pattern this fits into, not just the single moment. This isn't the first time this kind of story has attached itself to Xiao Zhan. On the set of Phuong Thuoc Tocho Mot Thai Tran Ho, he reportedly noticed younger cast members struggling with cold hands between takes and quietly handed them hand warmers once filming wrapped. Co-star Ju Chi has described the pressure of working with him differently, not pressure from ego or difficulty, but from his intensity toward the role itself, the character, the story as a whole. Director Cao Yiwen, who worked with him on Huin Tai Te Tang, called him meticulous, sharply focused, someone who shows up with ideas rather than waiting to be told what to do. And in discussions around Ngoc Zhuangzi, accounts describe him holding the room, directors and fellow actors listening, nodding, while he laid out his thinking on key scenes. Put those together and a consistent shape emerges, a performer known, across multiple productions and multiple sets of colleagues, for a specific combination, intense professional focus paired with quiet, practical care for the people around him. That's not speculation. That's a pattern repeated by different people, on different projects, with no obvious coordination between them. But there's a detail almost nobody flagged that changes how you should read the timing of all this. The candy story didn't surface in isolation. On the very same day it caught fire online, Xiao Zhan's fandom, known online as Enhungnang Tianho, launched a disaster relief fundraising campaign for flood-affected areas in Guangxi. That campaign didn't stay niche either. It drew specific praise from the China TV Artists Committee under the National Broadcasting Federation, and from the Emergency Committee of the China Volunteer Association. Two very different stories, one about candy on a film set, one about organized disaster relief, surfacing and scaling on the same day, picked up by overlapping outlets. That's the actual anchor here. Not is Xiao Zhan secretly something other than he appears. The evidence doesn't support that read, and we're not going to manufacture intrigue where the source material doesn't have any. The real story is about media mechanics, how a small, humanizing detail about a celebrity and a larger, organized act of fan philanthropy can reinforce each other in coverage, turning into something bigger than either would be alone. This is where industry context matters. In the current Chinese entertainment landscape, outlets, especially state-adjacent ones, have a documented appetite for what's often described as positive energy narratives, stories where a star's personal warmth lines up with organized, pro-social fan behavior. It's a framing that serves multiple interests at once. It gives official media a wholesome, low-risk celebrity story to run. It gives the Stars team a reputational asset that's cheap to produce and hard to criticize. And it gives fandoms a structured way to convert enthusiasm into something with social value beyond the fandom itself. None of that requires anyone behind the scenes to have planned it. Genuine kindness and a media environment primed to amplify that kindness aren't mutually exclusive, they can, and often do, coexist. What's notable is how efficiently the two connected here within the same news cycle, without an obvious hand pushing them together. There's a psychological layer worth sitting with too. Colleagues consistently describe Xiao Zhan as someone whose intensity toward his work translates into pressure for the people around him, not interpersonal pressure, but the pressure of working next to someone who visibly cares that much. That's a specific kind of professional reputation to carry, and it's the kind that tends to produce exactly the anecdotes we're discussing, the coffee candy, the hand warmers, the unsolicited acting notes on set. When an actor is known for meticulousness and control in the work itself, small acts of informal care read as continuous with that same intensity, not separate from it. It's consistent, not performative, at least based on what's on the record across several different productions and testimonies. On the fan side, the response has leaned heavily on contrast, the idea that someone who plays a ruthless character on screen is, by multiple independent accounts, unusually gentle off it. That contrast is a familiar engine in fan culture generally, but here it's doing real work. It's the emotional hook that made a mundane detail shareable in the first place, well before any official outlet touched it. So here's the fuller picture. What looks, on the surface, like a heartwarming but minor set anecdote is actually a small case study in how modern celebrity narratives get built and amplified, not through fabrication, but through convergence. A consistent personal reputation, built across years and multiple productions. A fandom organized enough to run disaster relief campaigns on short notice. A media environment that rewards stories where those two things line up. None of those pieces is new on its own. What's worth watching is how quickly and cleanly they connected this time, and whether that becomes a more deliberate template for this Stars team, and for others in the industry watching how well it worked. We can't confirm coordination behind the amplification, and we're not going to claim we can. What we can say is that the underlying kindness appears well documented and consistent, and that the industry machinery around it is increasingly good at finding and using exactly this kind of story. If you like entertainment coverage that goes past the headline, the kind that catches the quiet signals most coverage skips right past, Rabbit News Hallyu is built for exactly that. Subscribe if you want analysis, not just news.